Und damit willkommen zurück zu The Great Ace Episode 2 Chronicles, meine Lieben. Mal schauen, was für Lügen uns vielleicht noch für Venus hier auf Tisch mit, aber wir kümmern uns ja schon um die Uhr, die es ja mittlerweile geht, I guess. Which is why Chapes didn't want it what West A. Yes, indeed, it appears to have stopped at the hour of 5, also from 5 exactly when the gunshot was hit then, which supports the prosecution claims of course. Okay, jetzt haben wir auch die Uhr bekommen, I guess. While it would appear of the mystery of moving the notice board as being related at the last, as a preceding it had very little bearing on the case. Ja, das ist natürlich die Sache bei der ganzen Geschichte, muss man sagen. Jetzt haben wir die Uhr, muss man. Wäre was mal sagen, okay. Und ich wäre mal dafür, dass man sie untersuchen, muss man sagen. Now then continue with your cross-examination, please, Console. Aber noch lange nicht, mein Lieber. Wen? Ja, das war auch mal gleich noch das mit, I guess. Have you had an idea, Mr. Naruto? You are starting at the end of the string of fireworks. Sorry, just that it's a Venus special. I was wondering what 600 pence worth of firework would sound like. Shall we find it out what? But she said it could blow up the courtroom. Alright, that was a fire size a bang. My ears are still ringing, Mr. Naruto, it sounds almost exactly like that. Ja, das kann man also auch quasi nennenswerterweise aktualisieren. Mhm. Mal Correxy. Und mal sagen. Dementsprechend schauen wir doch uns mal die Uhr an, muss man sagen. The glass over the face really is badly cracked. Look. What a shame when it inspector clearly looked after it carefully. If I imagine Mr. Jones could repair it, don't you? Yes, I shall think so. He's very adept at the thing like this. A useful man to have around, in fact, but kindly remember that he's a great detective, Mr. Naruto, not an odd job man. Jetzt haben wir eigentlich noch so viel zum. Also hier, there tiny little stuff sticking out from the small hole here. Look, I suppose there must have been little enough or nothing on set for setting the time. In that case, seeing it, he was saying, as we know, the inspector took such good care of this watch. It probably broke when the incident correct, didn't it? Yes, of course. Which could mean that there's a small part of the watch still at the part, maybe. Was haben wir denn hier noch? There is a tiny little cave hole. There can he hole. Oh yes, it's properly for the window was used to wind up the mechanism. It looks a little unusual, don't you think? Yes, you did need just the right key to kind in immense. Why do I feel that so I've seen something a bit like a key? What about the right size to fit Oh, I would be wonderful if we had the key. Let's check carefully over what we have already found. Was sonst noch irgendwas? Hä? Ja, also den Key, den hatten wir ja hier quasi. Muss man sagen. Hat man ja schon quasi. Mr. Sato, do you think perhaps this key could be the key for the Inspector's Gregson watch? Oh yes, it could be. Let's just try once. There's not a moment to lose. I knew it. A perfect right. I look at Inspector Watch. He was starting again. Oh, so it's obviously just been rolled up. That's all. Müsste die eigentlich jetzt bei der zweiten Aussage präsentieren, wenn ich das jetzt richtig nennenswerterweise verstanden habe. What is this, Mr. Tato? If the watch isn't actually broken after all, I have a feeling could have performed implications. He's deep inside. Perhaps I'd better start thinking deeply. Dann müssen wir die ja jetzt eigentlich auch bei der zweiten Aussage eigentlich präsentieren, I guess. Ja, nicht zumindest meine, muss man sagen. Aber wir gehen jetzt erstmal weiter im Klartext, muss man sagen. So, ich habe noch einen Schluck genommen. But you did go to see what it happened in the room, didn't you? Fresno Street is my whole world. It's I know it, and I know and I know all of it. Also manchmal habe ich doch schon wirklich meine Aussätze, muss man fairerweise zugeben muss. Und sagen, I have to take it my business to know if I want to hold my signal high up. So you did go to see what had happened. It's not the discrimination, it's as important, it's how you get there, isn't it? Did you notice the notice board in the room? If you think about we are both some species, aren't you? Both different members of the signal family. So if it's spotted, I'm right have to try it to trip it out of a sense of rivalry, admit. Someone really needs to tell you that you're Homo sapiens, not Homo signius. Da müsste ich jetzt leider ernsthaft mal fairerweise sagen, hä? Does that mean that you didn't notice the board? I can really repeat what I said before. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a bystander. Me just a signature crossroads of life. In which case that who was responsible for moving the notice board? Oh boy, das kann ja noch was nennenswerterweise werden, muss man sagen. No, what exactly do you mean by that? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, come on. Now don't tell us you've not noticed. He looks like he hates everything in the world, that fella. but not notice boards. They are the only one thing he likes. You can see it in his eyes. I can say it, never notice. I can say I'd ever notice it. I'll tell you one thing for free thought. I never took eyes off that man on the floor, or of the Reaper, not for a second. Sorry. Well, I was scared. I called you never know what a feat like that might do. You look away, do you? If you didn't take your eyes off the defendant, you should be able to confirm categorically whether or not he was the one who moved the notice board. I said I can. The Reaver did nothing of the sort. I can swear to that. I could have missed it if he'd have the thing upright again, drag it into the corner. Right, glad we have cleared it up. What happened to the face that screams bored? I feel your pain, Kazuma. Oh boy, Junge. It was 5 o'clock in the afternoon that you heard the loud bang, wasn't it? Maybe the notice board fell over, or maybe it didn't. Maybe I fell over, or maybe I didn't. But the Reaper's fate is sealed either way, because the gunshot was heard. So I faced it too. My fate? That's right. The defense is fate to lose, and the prosecution to win. Das ist jetzt noch bis jetzt nicht bewiesen, I guess. In other words, it all things on the single gunshot. So if it's called just same problem with that part of their story, it possible change or fates. Of course, none of that change the fact that I heard what I heard, does it? Not much to go on, as you point out, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh boy, but didn't happen after the event. But I assume is right and is not relevant to the case. But it seems to have been the Liberty positioned as so much I had hidden to body from here. So I feel sure that there's some deeper significance to call of this. Yes, I know. What do you mean? I have no doubt there are more clues to unconcerted. You're on the right track. I can feel it. So follow your instincts. All right then. That's a bit. Like. Die ist ja quasi um 5 Uhr quasi stehen geblieben, muss man sagen. Oh, ob das jetzt was bleibt, wenn man die hier präsentiert, das ist jetzt die Frage. Aber wenn es falsch ist, ist es falsch, muss man sagen. I'm afraid that's not necessarily the case. Oh, it's a sense. It's a sense we found the key to the window of the inspector's pocket watch. Key. And having wound the pocket watch, we discovered that it in fact still works. You see, the watch didn't stop because it was broken at all. It's a fact completely undermines one of the most fundamental premises on the which is this entire case been built. Order, but console. The watch was stopped at almost exactly 5 o'clock. Yeah, which is just when we heard that gunshot. It is exactly the hour. The time that was showing on the watch tell us nothing other than when it went down. It's merely a coincidence that it happened to be at 5 o'clock. Even if that's true, that 3 witnesses here all heard the gunshot at 5 o'clock. So that obviously when is this crime as committed? No, that doesn't hold. Why not? Recall what Inspector Lestrade said only moments ago. Lese jetzt nicht nochmal vor, weil das hatten wir ja gefühlt erst, also dementsprechend. Aber the victim was in the habit of windings his watch once a day in the evening. We can reasonably assume there's that we wound the timepiece on the evening before he did as well. Yes, that would be entirely reasonable. But if that's the case, if you would accept the watch to have completely wound down by 5 o'clock the following day, boy. Summary is the evening before the day of the incident when the gunshot rang out in the room. The inspector was already unable to wind his watch. You can't mean... What would stop a man winding his watch if he's been in the habit of winding it every single evening for 10 years? The obvious answer is that he was already dead. Der meint, er war schon vorher tot? Oh boy, what? Oh boy, order, that is a most extraordinary claim. Extraordinary isn't the word, it's absurd. You claim he was already dead the night before? Do you really think that Scotland Yard's coroner vault have overlooked something like that? On that subject, there is something rather surprising. There's actually an omission in the coroner's report. The time of death is not noted. That's right. Wait a minute, you are forgetting that my legs went from under me when kicked at the door. What did you mean? Like I said, I planted my hand. A dirty great puddle of blood. Yes.
So that the victim's blood hadn't dried, it was fresh. He catches on fast, doesn't it? But the blood could be explained in any number of ways. It would have been put there afterwards. Okay, darf ich sowieso nicht vorlesen. Dementsprechend konnte ich auch ganz in Ruhe was trinken. Yay. Auch mal wieder on point, muss man sagen.
Fairerweise so sagen. Does my learned friend think that fresh blood is available on very street corona? Well, it needed necessarily have been human blood, of course. We've been told previously that Scotland Yard has no between 25 blood as human. The problem is currently being researched at present. You are correct. It is beyond our abilities. So then a chicken's blood could have been used, for example. Currently, a possibility that isn't the inspector's blood at all. But the gunshot was fired at 5 o'clock that afternoon. That's beyond question. Is it thought? What? Given that the time of death of the victim has already been called into question, it isn't beyond the realms of possibilities that what the witnesses it wasn't a gunshot at all. Oh, please, what are you trying to say? Is a lot know what we heard, and it was a loud bang that came from the room. What? Now you're listening to me. A street sellers here are his livelihood. I don't know about your ears, sir, but all you can state with containing is that heard a noise. Explain yourself in a console. Noise sounds like a gunshot would be have it made with a demier. Something like that. The culprit could have set off on set to fake a fake gunshot. Good please, the very fireworks that are would be a witness. Wollen wir mal fairerweise sagen. Now hold a minute. Are you saying my pretty little firecrackers only make a little pump anyway, see? Muss man mal sagen. Not 100 of them together. The winner special set yourselves 600 penny sounds like that. And the court can't now test it. Its sounds are very much like a gunshot, in fact. You are trying to suggest that somebody said one of them firework of the sense. I'm suggesting that body knew that defendant was in the room at 5 o'clock that day, and so to implicate him by creating a sound like a gunshot for those peddlers on Fresno Street to hear. But even the acoustic himself has testified that he saw no one else in the room at the time. Whatever it was, a gun for a firecracker, the only person present because that bang was Barack 6. One whiff of a match and my firecracker go pop. See, it was people like them. I fear for your fingers, young lady. reclaimed during my time here in Britain. I've learned of her very useful inventions indeed. Something called a time bomb. Good event, a bomb? Yes, a device that allows you to blow up whatever you like, whenever you like. Mr. Naruto, I worry that your infantile phrasing there might lead to yet another international incident. Ja, aber dieser internationale Vorfall, oder worauf wir doch hinaus wollen, diese und vieles mehr erfahren wir am nächsten Mal. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten und bis zum nächsten Mal. Auf Wiedersehen, meine Lieben.